Hi everyone, this is Freddie with Superbike Unlimited, and I'm really excited about this video because we're going to be bringing you a brand new Superbike project, and we're starting on a whole new platform. So basically just like the stuff that you've seen before with our Kawasaki and the BMW project that we recently did, we're going to be starting with a brand new completely OEM motorcycle and bringing it to full Superbike spec, and in this case, we're going to be doing a lot of innovative stuff and kind of breaking ground with several things that no one's really done before on this platform. So we're really excited to show it to you. So without further ado, let's get right to it. This is what we're going to be working with. And as you can see, this is a 2020 Ducati V4R. And this is fun for us because one of the big reasons we wanted to do this bike is from a technical standpoint, because we haven't done a really full tilt Ducati V4, and the other Ducatis that we've worked with in the past have been that we've done some bigger stuff on. We're on the V2 generation Panigale, so this one's going to be really kind of something else. I mean, I'm not going to go into too much detail with everything that we're going to do just yet because we want to kind of surprise you guys, and we'll go into more later. But we're going to be when we say this is going to be a superbike, we're going to, just in traditional superbike fashion, we're going to be replacing everything, and we're going to be doing things a little bit unconventionally. Instead of using, some of the stuff that you see other people that are racing this in the superbike class using, we're going to go completely different. We're building a lot of our own components, especially electronically, and we're going to be bringing something all new to the table where you don't have to buy really expensive Ducati course parts to do this entire kit that we're going to be building up. So certainly not going to be inexpensive, but on the flip side, it's also not going to be Ducati course expensive, which is a whole nother level for those of you who are not familiar. So the other thing, the reason why we did this bike is just because, aside from the fact that it's new and it's going to be an awesome challenge and just a fun project, the other really big point about that is that this motorcycle is frankly just a really impressive platform. It has a lot of technology, more or less derived from MotoGP, counter-rotating crank and really impressive power output. I mean, this thing, we're going to put it on the dyno, of course, and we'll show you exactly how much it makes stock. We're going to dyno it every step of the way. And, but allegedly these things make 200 horsepower just right off the showroom floor. That's at the wheel, which is, that's remarkable on our dyno. That's very impressive. So we'll see if that's true. And the fact that you have a 4-cylinder 1000cc engine that's revving to 16,500, that's just incredible. We've got our Superbike ZX10R that we've bumped the revs up to almost 15,000, and we thought that's incredible. This, it's unbelievable. So we'll go right over here and show you just a few of the things that we already have lined up. These are the wheels that we're going to be starting off with. This is a set of OZ Racing, or Oz Racing if you like, gas wheels. We're not sure if these are the wheels we're going to settle on long term, but this is a great wheel. We have always had excellent luck with this, so we're going to start there. And we'll also show you the rear wheel, which is just over here. It to me really looks fantastic. This is our rear wheel. Something just looks really cool about the way they designed this concave wheel. Just looks kind of special. So we'll put that on, and then back to our other parts here. And please forgive us, the shop's a little crazy right now because we're having our trailer serviced, and all of our trailer contents are kind of scattered around in here. So these are some other things. This is a shock that we already had in stock, and we're just going to try this guy out and see how it does compared to our Oleans that come standard. So that'll be an interesting comparison. We have our, this is a Samco kit for the standard radiator. We may be upgrading that very soon. We have Gale Speed VRE Master. Of course, we're going to fully DABS the bike. And these are some brake pads. You may notice these are not for standard calipers. These are going to be going into a very special set of calipers that have not yet arrived. They'll be arriving very shortly. This is our subframe that we're going to be using. This is the World Superbike Spec motor holders. Here we have all of our Superlight components. This is basically just some steel and aluminum sprockets set up for this beautiful quick change kit. Allows you to swap sprockets much faster, and features titanium hardware, and in general just is a really nice component. We'll show you all that out of the box later. We're going to be moving to a GB Racing clutch cover. This actually replaces the OEM cover that goes on top of the clutch, and it's funny because the way it looks from the factory, it's completely sealed. We'll show you that. It's interesting because this does have a dry clutch, and the way it's presented here, it almost looks as if it were a wet clutch. I'm guessing for sound reasons. So we're going to be replacing that with this. It's a nice piece. It's going to be a little more noisy, and a big benefit is it's vented, so it's going to get a lot more air in there to potentially help us with clutch plate life. Back over here, we have motor holders fairing stay. This is probably going to be a backup for the time being. And then we have this beautiful AP carbon line unit. This is all carbon fiber, very lightweight and strong. This is going to be the stay and dash mount that we use. And then we have our bodywork, which you can see, not all of it's sitting here, but this is our carbon fiber 400 gram AP carbon line bodywork. There's some more of it there. We have the rest of it in the waiting area here, so we'll show you all of that later. That's the first little batch. You can see here's the side panels. So we'll let you see that a bit. That's just the first little chunk of stuff that's arrived. This has all been kind of coming together very quickly, and so not everything's here yet. And there's a lot of stuff that's going to be ongoing. The electronics project that we're doing on this, it's going to be ongoing. It's not something that we're going to have ready in a week or two. It's going to take some time, and then it's going to take more time to properly develop everything. So you'll be there for that. What we're going to start with today is we're going to weigh the bike in and see what it weighs in, just exactly the way it came directly from Ducati Detroit. That was another thing I wanted to point out. We've actually got, through Superbike Unlimited, relationships with a few Ducati dealerships, and honestly, all of them are fantastic. We really wound up just getting this one through Kevin Calloway at Ducati Detroit, just because he's been a friend and he's a super nice guy, and they had one of these on the floor. But depending on where you're located, there's several amazing Ducati dealerships that can service your needs. If you're in the New York area, another one that we really like is Hudson Valley. Great guys over there, and they're also heavily involved in racing, just like Kevin is. So I don't think you could go wrong with either one of those guys. We've had excellent experience with them. So if you're looking for a place to buy a Ducati, see Kevin or go see the guys over at Hudson Valley. So what we're going to do now is just go ahead and weigh this thing, and shortly after that, we will start with putting it on the dyno for a baseline and start tearing stuff off. Okay, so we've now got the V4R on our intercomp scales, and these are guaranteed to be 1% accurate or within 1%. So we have a starting weight, fully fueled, of 432, and you can see the front half of the motorcycle is 231, the rear half is 201. So that's our starting point. It'll give us a good reference for when we take all this street stuff off and start putting all of our race components on. All right, so that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. The next one will be sure to show you some dyno time, just doing some baseline stuff, and then we're going to start installing all of our upgrades and going into more detail on the technical side. And by then we will have received the rest of our, well, not the rest, but a reasonable amount more of the upgrade stuff that we're going to be using on this. So if you like seeing super bikes and you want to see this thing go from a stock street spec motorcycle to something just like this, which is essentially very close to a world superbike specification motorcycle, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to our channel, because we're going to be bringing some really unique content and some just badass upgrades for this motorcycle. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.